exciting stuff. So we are boarding the MSC Seascape. This is our first time on MSC. We thought we'd give it a try.
We have Canadian Mike, Steven, little sister Betsy, and John the Acrobat.
Now, it's very important your first day on a cruise to stand in line for 2 hours at guest services for random questions that can wait. That's what I'm going to do right now. This is a really cool looking ship. Pretty impressed so far. The upper decks are pretty cool. There's one of the water slides. Another water slide. Yeah, a really cool looking pool area. And of course I have to check out the gym. Room 11199. All right, the bathroom is very tight. There's no door on the shower. It's a very odd arrangement. I think it's designed to make sure you don't dawdle in the shower and use up all their hot water. So this room, it's a little hard to tell, but it's pretty tight. It's a narrow room, even though it is a balcony room. So we got a nice view. Some nice chairs out there, but it's definitely smaller than what we're used to. Wow, is that Karine? What are the odds I would run into her in the middle of this cruise at the gym? Not surprisingly, Betsy got here early in the morning and she has the best form of anyone in the gym. Carolyn's here too? What's going on?
Yeah. How's it going, David? So David, what did you think?
So, it's a nice gym. Everything here seems twice as difficult as back on land. Maybe 2.2 times as difficult.
Don't you think that's because it's all in kilograms?
Maybe? I don't know. So we're here in Nassau, Bahamas. This should give you an idea of our opinion of the cruise ship. And we actually got off the ship at the most boring cruise port there ever was. All right, this is Junkanoo Beach. People say this is the worst beach on the island, which is pretty amazing. This is nice. What do you think of it, Betsy?
The water is turquoise.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's really cool.
All right, so their chicken fingers look really good, but get the ones with all that breading. And they had some grilled cheese. I like grilled cheese. If it's cut into an interesting shape, that's great. They also had Rice Krispie treats for the kids. I want some Rice Krispie treats. If they have, extra frosting on top, that's the one to get. So,
Just for kids.
I can't get in there, but you'll notice that you can get a maximum height requirement.
Ready?
Yeah, you can do this.
Okay, ready?
Aww.
I've never been too tall for anything in my entire life.
So there's a barbershop here in case you want to get your haircut on a cruise. I don't know who actually does that, but leave me a comment and let me know if you like to get your haircut while you're cruising, because I'm desperate for engagement. Could probably use a trim myself.
Moving on to the next. Who is the author of the Republic?
Play-Doh!
Plato! Yes, Plato is the correct.
Thank goodness.
Who read it? Who read it and enjoyed it?
Who read it in ancient Greek? Desserts here have been pretty good. They even have Fruit Loop treats. We're getting off the ship. We are on MSC's private island called Ocean Cay. Oh, thank goodness there's a welcoming committee. So we went to the specialty restaurant for dinner on, I don't know what night it is, but this is the seafood restaurant and dessert has arrived. Look at the size of these desserts. That's tiramisu. And Carolyn, what did you order?
Tiramisu.
Oh, yes, and we lost Nick, but he got some fruit platter. He got impatient.
So Betsy stole Nick's dessert since Nick had left for good. And look who came back. Angry Nick. It's the last full day. We're still docked at the private island, so I'm getting off the ship early to go running. I have the island pretty much to myself. So Nicholas, it's the last night of the cruise. What did you think of the cruise?
Good. It was fun.
What was fun about it?
Everything.
Everything. Okay, now how about the ship? What did you think of the ship?
I like the ship.
Okay, what did you think of your roommates?
I would say so-so.
So, were they kind of messy and
Yeah.
they bossed you around a bit?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, it's our last night of the cruise. What did you think of it, Betsy?
I thought it was excellent. I thought the company made it.
The
A lot
MSC
of
company.
Right. No. All of us together, all of the friends together, made it a lot of fun. I thought the cruise line, the service was lacking. I'll put it that way. Food was pretty good. The seafood restaurant was really good, except it took them 2.5 hours to serve us. But I think my favorite was the Mexican, all-you-can-eat Mexican restaurant that we had earlier today.
So can you describe the buffet for people at home without using the word cluster?
The buffet was a zoo. And that's like putting it nicely.
So Steven, last year we went to Alaska on Princess. And you've been on a couple other cruise lines. What would you say is your favorite cruise line so far?
Well, if I had to say, I think it's Celebrity still. I think MSC is a great cruise line. I think it's great for like 3 or 4 nights, exactly what we did. But what made it great was all the people that we were with and all the drinks that we consumed and all the but one show I saw.
John the Acrobat.
Yes.
So your first cruise was on Royal Caribbean. I seem to remember that I was a roommate. How did your roommate this time compare?
Not as handsome as the first one.
I kind of thought they looked alike. But...
They are. I kind of like brothers. Stretching my ball.
All right, Canadian Mike, what did you think of the trip?
Actually, it wasn't too bad, but I haven't been on a cruise in a long time, so I'm really not an expert at this.
Okay, yeah, in your judgment, is MSC just the greatest cruise line in the world?
I wouldn't say it's the greatest.
Did you say it's the worst?
Sure. Halfway in between. How's that?
I think it's great traveling with Betsy. And my number one traveling tip is to bring Betsy along. I think we have some great friends. They made the trip really good. I think the cruise line is just not that great. They don't know what they're doing. You ask 5 different staff members a question, you get 6 different answers, and if you're lucky, one of them is right. And look, not everyone's going to listen to me. If you really want to book with MSC, I have some tips. First thing I would say is you should bring some plastic bags. Use the doggy bag at dinner, because the next time you get hungry, there's a decent chance that nothing will be open. I didn't know that was possible on a cruise line, but I had never been on MSC before. And then let's see, the rooms are really tight, so make sure you're really organized in the room. I had like a hamper for the room for my dirty laundry. and one of those over-the-door organizers. Otherwise, my stuff would end up everywhere, and it was just not a big room. And then the third tip, this is the most important one. If you're booking it on the web, on MSC's website, on a PC, you can hit Control W. On Mac, it would be Command W. And what that does is it closes out the tab. Then you can open a new tab and go to Royal Caribbean's website and book there. That's my best advice for you. Nick, what are you lifting there? Oh!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, I'm not recording it.
So, David, how do you do the conversion? I see 10, 10 pounds?
Okay, no. So this is kilograms. So what you have to do to get it to pounds is you double it, you add 10%, okay? But that only works on Earth. If you're on a different planet, you have to take into account the gravitational field on that planet.
Man, that's really amazing. Thank you so much for explaining that. That's crazy.
I thought that would be helpful, yes.